Kia ora Canterbury. It is Tuesday, the 19th of August. I hope you've had a great day. Not raining out there yet, but I can smell it in the air. Well, on today's show, we're heading out to Selwyn House. Of course, it's one of Christchurch's prestigious schools for young ladies. And I met a chap, and we're talking sidecar racing. These guys are crazy. And speaking of crazy, we've got a little bit of crazy first up today. Have you ever heard this term, like, just harden up, get over it, those sort of things? Well, saying those comments to someone that is going through a dark place and they just can't see any sun is probably not the best action. And my first guest here, well, we all know him as the comedy man, but he's doing something pretty powerful now. And I'm joined by the king of the nutters, Mr. Mike King.
Kia ora,
Kia ora.
Andrea.
Yeah, kia ora. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you.
Hey, first of all, touch on why you're in town, because if the folks at home don't know, you're a bit of a gun when it comes to the poker.
I play a little bit of tournament poker.
A little bit. Sounds so genteel.
It's a fun game for me. It's not gambling. It's a tournament. A lot of people associate poker with gambling, but this poker you pay an entry fee, and you get given paper money, play money, and the guy with all the play money at the end divvies up the prize pool.
That's a nice way to put it. But it's good to have you there, and thanks for making the time. And I just touched on it about this a little bit of crazy, but I'd really love you to tell us about the Nutters Club.
The Nutters Club. The Nutters Club is a mental health awareness show that we've been doing now for about 5.5 years, I think. It started out on Radio Live and started by complete accident, as it happens. I was filling in for another host who was on holiday, Martin Crump. He was on holiday. It was a 10 to 2 shift, and I was sitting there one night. I was going through, I was at the tail end of my counselling for drug and alcohol addiction and depression. And whilst I was reading out headlines one day on Radio Live, first day on the job, I was getting no calls, and I was reading headline after headline. I was making headlines up, and my ego wouldn't let me say to people that there was no one there. I said, we've got heaps of calls on the line. We'll get to them right after the break. Then we'd come back after the break, and I'd read out another headline. There's still no one there. We'll get to them all right after the break. And I quickly mowed through 4 breaks in 20 minutes, and I said, we'll get to all these calls after the break. And my producer said there are no more breaks. So I had a decision to make, and I said, look, all you people out in Radio Land, there are no callers on the line, and if you don't call in the next 5 seconds, I'll start talking to the voices in my head. And that's what I did. I've got 2 voices in my head. I mean, I call them voices. Normal people call it thinking. But I've got a devil and an angel, and the angel was just going, just tell the truth, tell people there's no one there, and the devil was going, just start swearing. So I just unconsciously started talking to the voices in the head, and the conversation kind of went like, the reason no one's calling is because no one likes you. Oh, people like you. They're probably just having dinner. It's 20 past 10 at night. Who eats dinner at 20 past 10 at night? People hate you. Why do you always talk to Michael? Why do you always call him Michael? Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up? And my producer went, you better take the calls. And the first call that came in was a Māori boy called Rangi, and I said, hey, Rangi, what do you want to talk about? He said, bro, I have those voices too. And we had a fantastic conversation, and and it was the first time in my life actually that I realised that other people have conversations with themselves, and because in New Zealand we wear the mask. No one ever talks about the things that go on behind the subconscious, and if you're subconscious, and if you're having troubles, you've got to suck it up, harden up, and hang on to it. My biggest fear in all the years I had depression was that people would find out and think that I was weak, because obviously we have problems in New Zealand. You're a Kiwi male, you're a softie.
Yeah, exactly.
That night I had a whole lot of people ring in, and I shared more of my story. I started telling people I was on antidepressants, or nut pills as I called them, and more people rang in, and and the thing that I was most afraid of, people criticising me, never actually came true, and I just got validated by so many different people and thanked for sharing my story. And then people felt compelled, blokes felt compelled to share their story. So this went on Tuesday, had a full border course talking about problems. Wednesday, same. Thursday. By Friday, we're the Nutters Club, and we've been on radio ever since, and also been on Māori television now for the last 3.5 years.
And you're right, you provided a vehicle for people to actually extend themselves out to and hear their stories. But of course, but then you've created the Key to Life Trust,
the Key to Life
which
Charitable
is awesome.
Trust, yeah. So we used to be called the Nutters Club Charitable Trust, but you know, a lot of people, especially those who aren't Nutters, were quite offended. So the normals would come and go, why are you calling yourself the Nutters Club? And how dare you call yourself the Nutters Club? And my response back to them was the only difference between Nutters and normals is we don't care if you're not nuts. But it was just getting in the way. So and we're also trying to do too much. We were trying to be everything to everybody with mental health problems, and it was just too much. So we decided to sharpen our focus. We changed the name to the Key to Life Charitable Trust, and we started focusing on the suicide end. And our motto is the key to life is hope, be that hope. And no one ever talks about depression, no one ever talks about suicide ideation, thoughts about suicide, because we're that sort of country where we don't talk about these problems and everyone holds them in. And when you hold problems in, you end up with, unfortunately, Robin Williams syndrome, where people just don't want to be here anymore.
What do you say to those people that say that suicide's an easy way out?
I would have been really angry with them a few years ago. Now I'm a bit more empathetic towards them. It's just that they don't understand. And it's a natural reaction. When you don't understand something, your immediate thing is to push back. You feel like you have to say something. What we're trying to do is create more empathy and sympathy among the general public, people who don't have depression, people who can't understand why people would do something like that. Look, there are only 3 reasons people attempt suicide. 1, I'm hurting. I'm in so much pain, I just need it to stop. Everyone says it'll get better, time's the great healer, but it just keeps getting worse. And for older people, it's physical pain. For middle-aged men, it could be pride, failing in a business. For younger people, it's usually a relationship breakup, but I just need this pain to stop. 2, I'm causing pain. My friends have stopped calling me. My family, they look the other way when I walk into the house. I suck the oxygen from the room when I walk in. Everyone would be better off if I wasn't here. And 3, I want to cause pain. You hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. So it's one of those 3 things, or a combination of those 3 things. And I think if people understood that, at the heart of depression and these thoughts is hurt.
Yeah. So Mike, we're going to have to go, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
But no, don't you dare say sorry. You shouldn't say sorry. I'm sorry that we have to cut it here, but I want you to come back, please, next time you're in town, and we can extend this more. All the best for the tournament.
Thank you.
Okay, stay with us. After the break, we head out to Selwyn House.
Meet the latest arrivals at Berlin's 2 animal parks and find out what it takes to be a zoo baby in a modern zoo. Zoo Juniors. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m, right here on CTV.
Yuck, look at all this moss and lichen. I'm not getting up there, not in these heels. Time to call Mossbuster.
Mossbuster is a no-bleach, non-abrasive, biodegradable solution that has over 35 years of proven results. You can buy Mossbuster online for less than half the cost of other well-known products and can be yours for less than $1 a litre. You just spray it on and let Mother Nature do the rest, or Mossbuster can do it for you. Check out our website or call the Mossbuster crew for a free quote. Mossbuster, 0800 88 1000.
My son's helped me greatly with my independence now that I've got more mobility.
Mum, I've been looking into stand assist chairs from More Mobility. They recline back with a footrest, then when you want to get out of them, they stand you up. You can even sleep on them. More Mobility can bring one out for a free trial. There's even electric beds too. What do you think? For more range and more expert advice, see More Mobility, corner Clarence and Princess Streets off Blenheim Road.
What a difference more mobility makes.
Action Removals, offering short or long-term storage facilities, full packing services, comprehensive rates, all fully insured and with 6 vehicle sizes to choose from. Earthquake repairs? Action Removals pack, move, store and return your valuable possessions stress-free. Action Removals, a family business that has been operating in Christchurch for over 10 years. Action Removals, your one-stop removal service on time, every time. 0800 222 526.
Warm yourself up with a delicious wintry meal at Hinton's Restaurant and Vineyard. Let the flavours of the country linger in your mouth long after your plates and glasses have been cleared. Enjoy an afternoon of comfort and class with great people. Hinton's Restaurant and Vineyard.
Al Jazeera News. International news right off the satellite, bringing you up-to-the-minute coverage of world events. Al Jazeera News. Weekday mornings at 6 o'clock. Right here on CTV.
We are Selwyn House School. Our mission statement is Selwyn House School inspires all students to learn through continuous inquiry, empowering them with the skills, knowledge and optimism to become caring, active, lifelong learners who enhance the lives of others.
Welcome to Selwyn House School! Come and spend the day with us!
Reflecting on my 18 years as a principal in a variety of schools, I believe the following combined features result in the Selwyn House rich learning environment where girls thrive, succeed and develop as well-rounded citizens.
Selwyn House is a member of the IB-PYP network, so we're an international school that runs the primary years program, so we instantly are in a network of schools all around the world.
First of all, I think it's really important to note that the basics at Selwyn are totally covered. So the things that are really important to me as a parent, like reading, writing, maths, are absolutely nailed here.
The school is small and nurturing, resulting in a highly personalised and caring learning environment.
One of the benefits to having smaller class sizes is that the teachers really get to know us better and we get to know our classmates a lot better as well. We also get to spend a lot more time with our teachers and our class members.
So we're really lucky at Selwyn House with our specialist teachers. So in addition to our fantastic literacy and numeracy programs, we have a fantastic range of specialists. We have specialists in music, performing arts, science, technology, PE. So our girls are really lucky that we can have this a really broad range of curriculum, which really makes the work that they do here so much richer and deeper, as it can cover lots and lots of different disciplines and subjects.
I really think that Selwyn House is an awesome place to be because there's so many different opportunities and the facilities here are so great. I think that the teachers can really accommodate you with your different individual needs for learning.
The difference that Selwyn House has is it's overlaid with a really fabulous sort of philosophy. They're really supportive of the whole child. They celebrate the individual child's sort of strengths.
We believe at Selwyn House that leaders are made and not born, so we try really hard to give every girl in our care opportunities to develop those essential leadership skills. And this all culminates in Year 8 with our amazing Year 8 Leadership Academy, which is a full year program where the girls are involved in a range of experiences which help them to develop those leadership skills.
There are numerous ways that Selwyn House looks after the girls. The teachers and staff are so supportive here and everyone's so encouraging, and you have one-on-one buddies, and the older kids look after the younger kids and mentor them.
We also have opportunities to be peer mediators at Year 6 level, so they're looking after the playground and ensuring that any argy-bargy that does happen, the girls help them work through that.
So our girls here from the age of 5 are really immersed in true real-life inquiries. One of the other aspects of the PYP program is that it has to lead to proper student-led action, really important action that is important to the girls.
Our girls have the opportunity to be part of the Enviro group, which we feel strongly about looking after our environment, and it's fantastic to see the passion from girls from Year 1 right through to Year 8 putting all that hard work in to look after the environment.
We feel that our girls are being really well prepared for the future, for the world that they're going to be living in. So the technology focus at the school is amazing. Their science and tech is fantastic. All of the girls do robotics. All of the girls have the opportunity to use like a 3D printer. They're tinkering all the time with sort of engineering and mathematical ideas, which is just fantastic. But more than that, they're also tinkering with thinking. So all the girls are doing philosophy. There's a thing called future problem solving, which is, I have found that our girls are coming home and they're asking me much harder questions, and so they're learning how to think.
So, as you can see, I am really passionate about the quality of education and opportunities offered at Selwyn House School. I'm keen to embrace the collective IQ of the talented staff and build on the high quality education already on offer.
G'day, this is Fletch, your presenter of the TV show Classic Restos. It's the show where it's your chance to see completed restorations being shown, driven and enjoyed.
Hi, I'm Mark and welcome to Staywell Pharmacy. Whatever the season, Staywell Pharmacy has you covered. As an integrated pharmacy, we stock all the well-known pharmacy medicines, as well as quality nutritional and herbal treatments. Our team of pharmacists and full-time naturopath are here to help you find the products and advice to suit the needs of you and your family. So come in and see us at Staywell Pharmacy, 27 Shands Road in Hornby. Staywell Pharmacy, live well, stay well.
Come in and meet the locals at the Bush Inn Centre. Whether it's to grab a coffee on the go or to catch up with a friend over lunch or dinner, the Bush Inn Centre is the perfect place. With our unique range of shops, you'll find everything you're looking for and more. Our friendly locals are always happy to help. We have plenty of parking at the Bush Inn Centre, making your shopping experience just a little bit easier. So come in, meet the locals and shop Bush Inn. You'll find us on the corner of Riccarton and Waimari Roads.
Avoid the monkeys when it comes to relocating. Trust A1 Movers, a family business since 1993 that guarantees a professional job every time. We carefully handle and wrap your valued items, ensuring they have a safe journey. Secure storage and insurance options are also available.
A1 Movers, the careful, caring moving company.
Oi!
Let's face it, everyone has an agenda. And guess what? So do I. Every week, I'll pick 3 stories that grab my attention.
Agenda with me, Brent Goff.
Welcome back to Canterbury Live. Well, the bogan is coming out of me now because I love anything with a bit of motor and noise and wheels. And I'm joined by Warwick Demmix. Welcome to Canterbury Live.
Good evening.
Good evening, yeah. Now, thanks so much for coming in to talk about sidecar racing. What is it?
Originally, it was basically a motorcycle with an outrigger on. Now the late model bikes probably owe more to Formula race car technology than motorcycles themselves.
I believe we've got a bit of a shot of you in front racing now, if we can have a look at it. Yeah? So where are you here, Warwick?
The first bike that went through.
Yeah? Jeepers. So when you're leaning, like with the sidecar, you know, leaning out there in the sidecar, how do you know, is there like a ridge there that you're sitting on? Because that is really close to surface.
You can feel the edge of the tray.
Okay.
And generally in the left-hand corner you might have your bum sitting off it slightly.
Just slightly? Oh my goodness. So you must have to look after yourself, because no disrespect to maybe some of the sidecar chaps out there, but you couldn't be a big lad, could you?
There have been some big lads who've been very fast.
Yeah?
We have one called Pig, who around 120 kgs and about 6'3".
Jeepers!
And very good.
Crikey. So Pig is a boar, isn't he? Oh my goodness. So this is at Ruapuna?
This is at levels at Timaru.
Oh, at Timaru. So what's the fastest you've ever got to? Can you walk?
I believe it Pukekohe a few years ago, they were clocking some of the bikes around the 250, 260k mark.
Wow.
The fastest I know of one going in New Zealand's 282, and that was over a flying kilometre.
Flying, literally. Because I'd imagine, crikey, you'd be flying all right if you hit something.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, obviously, I suppose you've had a couple of bruises and scrapes and broken bones.
The worst injury I've had is a fractured wrist.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that's it, I shouldn't play it down, poor, but I mean, crikey, it could have been much worse than that.
Could have been, yeah.
So how did you get into it? Have you always loved bikes?
I have. I went to a street meeting in the Sydenham, Christchurch in the mid-80s where I first saw them and thought I'd have to have a go at those. And it wasn't until 2001 I actually got to have a chance, and I've been pretty much racing them ever since.
Jeez, and what is it about sidecar racing that got you hooked?
It's just something very different than any other sports, and also the fact that it needs two of you working together to make it work properly.
So teamwork must be very important. So picking the right partner or the team member must be key.
Yeah, very much so. A good passenger will make or break the bike, basically.
And is it popular in New Zealand?
Not particularly. It's big in Europe and the UK. In New Zealand, there's probably only about 5 locally that race regularly. National Championship, probably 15 to 20.
Okay. What's the role of the sidecar racer?
The passenger?
Yeah.
Basically, he can pretty much steer the bike. A guy in the UK once said it's like driving a car with 2 steering wheels. If he's in the wrong place, the bike, depending on how sensitive the bike is, it won't steer properly.
That's frightening. Crikey. I think we all know about the TT, we've heard about it, and my goodness, I mean, the amount of deaths, I mean, one of my colleagues were just saying that there's been more deaths than there's actually been events. And I believe that New Zealand's taking over a couple of teams.
Yep, there's 2 teams going over next year, Barry Smith and Robbie Shorter, and Chris Lawrence and Tracy Bryan.
So a lady?
Yep.
So how many females are in the sport in New Zealand?
Probably only a couple in the moderns, but there's been quite a few teams. There's been a mother and daughter team.
Fantastic.
The second team that I raced for actually had a female rider for 2 years.
Right. And are you trying to promote it to people to get into sidecar racing?
Yeah, definitely. It's not quite as easy as a motorbike because you can't just walk into a shop and buy one.
No, I was going to say, and it takes a lot. I believe I've got some images of some fancy ones there. Jeepers. I mean, it really looks sort of like spaceship-like. I mean, the whole dynamics of it, doesn't it?
Just about.
Crikey. Oh, okay. That's a little bit unfortunate. But safety, I mean, obviously it's paramount. But crikey, they must be well padded up.
Yeah, you have full armour in your leathers, you have a back protector, you have a helmet, you have gloves, so injuries, you generally get a few abrasions and the odd break, but it's not normally that bad.
Oh, wow. Well, all the best for your racing. I think you're taking the time out.
No
problem. Yeah, make sure you just keep it to that wrist and no more broken bones.
I'll try.
Great meeting you. Good on you. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a great show. Tomorrow, though, we're catching up with the Cancer Society and Nick Paris. See you tomorrow.
Well, here I am back down at Contours for this week, and I'm joined by Lou. Hi, Lou.
Hi, Rihanna. Welcome today.
Oh, now what are we doing?
Ready for a good workout?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. So what we're going to do today is a great option for people that are shorter time. So we're going to alternate some upper body and lower body exercises. So you know how you normally have that 30-second rest between your sets?
That much needed rest in between.
None of that today. So
none of that today?
This is a really good time efficient workout. So you know when you've got like a really short space of time, I haven't got hours, I can't go to the gym, but you might have 20 minutes that you can call in on your way home.
Okay.
Before you're getting the kids organised or tea organised and stuff like that. That's
so
what today's all about.
Sharp workouts.
Yep.
Right.
But you're still going to get some results.
Okay. Let's get into it then.
So now that we've got you nicely warmed up, what we're going to do now is we're going to start with a cable chest press. So we're going to be working upper body, chest muscles, tricep at the back of the arm there. Okay, and we're going to alternate that with a squat exercise, so then you're down to your lower body. So there's no need to do lots of extra abs exercises at the end because you're going to make the most of the time you've got out with these big movements, maximum calorie burn. Nice deep squat for this one, okay? So abs stay engaged, shoulders are back, and then straightening up as well. So what we're doing now is the leg press. So we're going to be working the thighs, backs to the thighs, your butt muscles as well, okay? All in one go. So what we're going to do here is you're going to pop your feet up onto the plate there. Nice. Okay, just into there and then pushing out again. Nice controlled movement. So we want to straighten the legs, but you don't want to lock your knees, okay? So they're going to be straightened but not locked. And we want to keep your heels attached to the plate the whole time. So you're really pushing, drive through the heels. That's going to get those bum muscles working. Okay, out you come, down onto the ground. Last one. Nice, well done. Realised how, yep. Remember, it's 3 minutes, so we want it to be hard out. Right, add some resistance on, keep pedaling, same speed. Okay, when I say go, we're going to add a whole chunk of resistance on, and we're going to be standing up. So hands come up to the ends, and we're standing up. Okay, ready? Go. This is racing to the top of the hill. Okay, back the resistance off, and fast out. Alrighty, is the heart rate up now? Okay, ready for the next set of exercises? This one's a low pulley row, so it's a fantastic strengthening exercise to correct a lot of posture stuff. So we're going to strengthen the back muscles, open us through the chest area, good for your posture, strengthening the back muscles, working the arms as well and the shoulder muscles all in one go. Abs are going to stay engaged, so you're working your core as well. Whew. Hang on to those by your side. Let's go for a walk down that way, lunging the whole way. Okay, and turning around and back you go. So lunge is a fantastic exercise to be working all your leg muscles, great for your stomach muscles and lower back muscles to help stabilise as well. At the end of the day, strong core is all about the abs, your butt muscles. Right, so we've got another 3 minutes of cardio burst to come again. This is designed to be high intensity, so some people wouldn't be working as hard. For some people, high intensity is a walk on the hill. For some people, it's a walk on the flat, so it's all individual for you. So what we're going to do here is the lat pull down. Okay, so again, you're working your back muscles. So again, helps with that posture. Big movement, so you're getting the heart rate up still, so you're getting maximum calorie burn out of it. Okay? Yeah. Also working the abs quite a bit too, because I want you to tilt back slightly from the hips, so you're going to get the core working, lower back muscles working as stabilisers too. Up to the top, I've got hold of the bar, so you can let go. Okay. Standing up to the lower body again, so we're going to do a squat this time round. Toes out to 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And we're just squatting down and back up again. That's it. So we're doing a wider squat here than what we did earlier. So this is going to work a lot more into that inner thigh area, especially as stabilisers. Right, I'll grab that off you. Well done. Okay, so give me your hands, okay? And what I want you to do is just nice soft knees, and you're just going to let your upper body come forwards and just stretch back at the hips a little bit. Okay, it's about working as hard as you can work, so you're going to get the maximum amount of results in the smallest amount of times. Okay, so when you stand up, just come up nice and slowly. Well done. How are you feeling?
Yeah, that's good.
Same
so
time.
How long was that, do you think, hold up in the end?
It was about 22 minutes.
22 minutes,
yeah.
See?
Yep.
There you go, done and dusted in 22 minutes. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you so much, Lou.
Well done.
And make sure you keep watching next week, because this lady is going to put me through some other type of training. See how we go though.
Excellent.
We'll see you then.